Why is this demand for a platform having a negative impact not only on publishing but on the culture?
Um, so there's a lot of layers to that question. I mean, it's interesting because you pose it as I see it as a problem, and yet my business, which is She Writes Press, is actually founded almost in reaction to that.
As an answer to the
as an
problem.
answer to it, and it's actually an opportunity for us, of course, that all of these self-published authors, who want a voice, who have something to say. I mean, I should say that they're writers who want to get published, who can't get traditionally published. And so the thing that I talk a lot about is this catch-22 that people face of publishing because they want to get traditionally published. They go out to a traditional publisher, they can't get a book deal, not because the book isn't great. All the time there are beautifully written books that are rejected, and I come out of the traditional world. So for 8 years I was the executive editor at Seal Press, which is a local women's press over in Berkeley, and owned by Perseus, so not one of the big five, but a major player. And I would get these projects and not be able to acquire them simply because the author didn't have a platform. And it started to be very painful, actually, to read wonderful, beautiful content and then to go flip straight to the marketing plan, straight to the author bios and say, I'm not even going to take it to EdBoard. I'm not even going to bother. And so, and then interestingly, of course, in the culture, like what Ted is saying, it's absolutely true. You have to have proven success before a publisher will take your book. So you have to have a successful blog, a TED Talk, whatever the thing is, a major platform. And we used to take things sometimes to our distributor. We were distributed by PGW, and now She Writes Press is distributed by IPS, Ingram Publisher Services, who's here. But they sometimes would say to us, why did you acquire this book? This author has no platform. The platform would be decent, but it wasn't great. And they would start to say things to us like, this person needs to go figure out, who their audience is, get a bigger audience. And then we'd kind of be in this shameful position with them, So there's a lot of pressure on acquiring editors and publishers that the average, writer doesn't see.